Disclaimer: Doing on voiceover. If your readers are uncomfortable, mute the video. YN. Help please. Somebody help me. You have been sitting on the chair for a long time and someone tied you to the chair and blindfolded you. YN. Nobody is here. Please help me. Get me out of here. You started crying hard and the cloth cover your eyes got wet with your tears. YN. Please untie me. It's paining a lot. You are screaming hardly and loudly, but no one came to save you from here. You are crying and thinking about your big brother who was going to pick you up from the airport. But unfortunately, someone kidnapped you and tied you here. YN. Taeyong Oppa, save me. You cried hard, waiting for someone to take you out from here, but after some time you fell asleep. In Kim Mansion. Taeyong, no found? You said no found my sister? A whole day has passed, but you still can't find my sister? He flaming in anger because it's almost morning and his boys have not found you yet. Taeyong, boys, find her as soon as possible and give me all information about YN or I will not spare your lives. He warned them and they were frightened. Taeyong asked them to leave. Taeyong, where are you, YN? Please be brave there. I will save you no matter wherever you are. Just wait for me some more time. He is so scared of losing you because you are the only one in his life and he loves you the most, even though he never introduced you to anyone because he is the top two number mafia in the Korea and send you abroad for your higher studies. You know that your big brother Kim Taeyong is a top two mafia and you are not happy with it because you lost your parents because of mafia's fight. They did nothing, just spending some time alone in the outside of the house, but the gang of mafias came and shoot them with some more pupils. When you were 20 years old, you passed college, then Taeyong decided to send you London. You were happy to go there because Taeyong started to work in mafia group and decided to take revenge, decided to kill that mafias who killed your parents, and second reason is that your best friend, your childhood crush who you love the most, who also was your neighbor but gone without telling you all after your last day of college ceremony and never contact you two after that. And you also don't know where is he now, but you wrote so many letters and sent him to his old address which is near your old house, but the answer never came back. And finally you came to Korea yesterday morning but got kidnapped and now no one knows who kidnapped you and where you are. Taeyong, I think I need to call him. No one important for me except YN. I should do it now, he said and grabbed the phone from the table and immediately dialed the number in his phone. In John mansion, the maid come with lunch from the kitchen. She placed the lunch on the table in front of him. He sat calmly on the couch looking through the glasses wall. Then maid said, "Maid, your lunch is waiting for you," the maid said as she had a small smile on her face. John Jungkook snapped out of his thoughts and looked at her. JK. Yeah, Ellie, inform the maid, get all my things ready. I have a meeting in 2 hours, he said in a serious voice, and the maid bowed with a little note. In John Mansion, other people or maids not allowed to contact with each other. Only Illy can, who is manager of the maids, allowed to talk and serve all things to Jungkook. Because she is older than all maids, there is so many rules which is not allowed in John Mansion, and all the rules are created by John's wife. She's so possessive toward his husband. She's always wanted to make love with Jungkook, but in a second rejected harshly. Jungkook never loved her. Sometimes she seduced him, take care of him, but no used. She is standing on the stairs and watching him with a big smirk. Jungkook started eating his lunch and she slowly walks toward him and sits beside him in seducing way. He knows that what she doing but nothing said and ignore her. She placed her hand on his cheeks and made him face to her, ready to speak, but Jungkook cut her off. Jungkook, don't dare Yura, stop right here, he said in serious voice. And yanked her hand, but after a second she again put his hand on his thigh with a smirk. Jungkook is staring at her in an angry look. Yura, come on Jungkook, I'm your wife. Why always you do this to me? She get more close to him, snuggled her face on his neck and said, Yura, where you were last night, huh? Suddenly Jungkook stood up from the couch, which made her shocked. Be in your limits, Yura, and don't dare to create any skin in front of anyone, or I will not going to easy on you, he said, almost shouted, but Yura wanted something else, which not going to right for her. Yura, why you want someone else in your life? Who gives you the pleasure like a daddy's girl? You know I'm more hotter than the other woman, she said while putting her hands on Jungkook's neck. Yura. And listen, Jungkook, stop now. I'm your wife. Give me all respect I deserve as your wife and all the love that's only for me. I won't leave any woman who I own or want my husband. Jungkook, what are you talking about, huh? Excused look. She smiled sweetly and said, Yura, nothing, just I want to inform you that in my principle a woman cannot live in this world who will be interested in my man, she said with a psychopathic look, but Jungkook is still the same, standing statue and staring at her. But said suddenly, Jungkook, it's none of your business if I love with other women or not. Jungkook smirked and he removed her hand away harshly. He whimpered in suddenly pain. Jungkook backed away from her and the man approached him and bowed. Man, boss sorry but it's important. Jungkook turned his face to him and nodded and walked with him into his office room. Yura, make love if you can and that girl will never be seen again. Don't take so easy. After all, I am your wife, mafia wife. She mouthed, smirking until Jungkook disappeared. Ryan, shout. A man came 20 minutes ago continuously beating you with a belt. You have no strength left in your body, you crying mess and shouting in pain, but he don't have any mercy on you and beating you countlessly. You are getting so weak you did not eat anything nor drink water since you arrived Korea. Now your condition is getting worse. You only want that person who you love the most to come here and save you from this scroll. Ryan, Oppa, you want your Oppa Taeyong here, but he also don't know that where you are, who kidnap you. After another 5 minutes, he stopped when his boss ordered him to stop and come back, but he kicked you hard in the stomach before he going back. Ryan whimpered. You screamed in pain and passed out. Man, boss, Mr. Kim wants to talk to you. He said it's very urgent, so that's I'm here, he said in nervous. Jungkook, what? Okay, no problem. You can go now, Eric. His man handed the phone to Jungkook and left from there. Jungkook is very polite to each of his workers. He is not so cruel to anyone except his enemy. On the phone, Jungkook, hello Mr. Kim, Jungkook said in a serious voice, but inside he is so happy that finally he will talk to his childhood friend, Taeyong. Yeah, hello, Mr. Jeon, he said in a normal, screaming voice. Jungkook, it's been a long time we have not talked, and now you called me. It's everything okay there? He said in worry. Taeyong, Jungkook, I need your help. Jungkook became happy to listen his name. Jungkook, it's good to hear Taeyong. Tell me what is it? Is everything alright? Taeyong, no, it's not. My beloved YN is in danger. Jungkook shot has hell to hear your name. Jungkook, what happened to her? Jungkook feels crying, heard your name, Taeyong. Jungkook find her because YN was in London and she arrived yesterday in Korea but got kidnapped. And that airport area is in your hands, and you better know I am the undercover mafia who never be shown to anyone except only mine people. I need your help to find my one and only family. Can you help me? Jungkook is still in shock. He promised to himself that he will never meet you in future and never come in front of you after marriage with Yura. But now he have to break all promises and rules which he set about his future. Jungkook, who dared to kidnap her? We have to find this soon as possible. I promise you, Taeyong, I will save her from dirty hand no matter what happens. Taeyong nodded and says, Taeyong, I will inform you if I get any information about YN, and thank you so much, Jungkook. Jungkook welcomed him. Then, second later, Taeyong cut the call. Jungkook, Eric, he shouted, and the man who named Eric came in running. He is Jungkook's right hand, who is very loyal to him, and Jungkook treated him well too. Eric, yes, boss. He bowed and said, Jungkook, get all information about Incheon Airport and Mafia sister YN. She got kidnapped from the airport. I will send you all the details about her. Just get ready to go on a mission right away. He bowed and left. Jungkook, YN, who kidnapped you? He worries about you. It's been too hard when a man beats you and now you are regaining consciousness after seconds. You slowly open your eyes and try to sit, but your body is hurting a lot. YN. It's hurting so much. They kidnapped me without knowing that my oppa is a mafia or that they are not afraid of him. You chuckle after spearing that your oppa said he is the scary mafia king, but he is a flop mafia king. You start giggling by remembering your phone calls with your oppa. You lay in one position, holding your stomach and thinking about your best moment with your oppa, but your thoughts are interrupted by footsteps as someone approaches. But not someone, it's four men are walking towards you, but behind them you see a woman. You are shocked to see her. She walks towards you like a modern queen holding world power. But you are not afraid of her and her men, you just only stare at them. And the woman with in full and the perfect attitude is none other than Yura. The two men came to you and set you firmly on the chair. You hissed in pain, and Yura said, Yura, bitch, how are you feeling, huh? And she said, smirking, YN, who are you? You are confused because you don't even know why they kidnap you. No one knows that you are the sister of a mafia, so that not the reason. Yura, I am the woman to whose husband you used to send letters. You bitch. How dare you? Now you know who I am. She barks at you, but you are shocked after heard her. You want to stop listening to her. YN. Jungkook. You said softly, can't believe it happened already. He married. Yura walks to you and slap you hard. Your face turns to the right. Yura, how dare you to speak my husband's name? She grabs your hair from behind, which made you angry. Why? And he has a name, Jungkook. You khali khopri. She pushed you in anger, causing you fall off the chair. Who I am. You know who I am? What is my identity? Yura smirk. Yura, you fucker bitch. I don't want to know who you bitch belongs to. She spit on you. Ryan. Yeah, you motherfucker. Her guards point their gun on you. Eric arrives at his apartment that Jungkook provided for him and David, Yora's bodyguard. David, hi man, what's up? He said, sipping his favorite drink. Eric, I am a little tired. I just got back from a short mission. I'm going back after dinner. David nodded and asked. David, what kind of mission are you handling? Is anyone killed or Eric just cut him off? Eric, no other question. You know better that revealing any information and mission with any person in June's mansion is not allowed, and you are breaking the rule. David, oh yeah, don't worry. You know that I can't tell anyone, and no one dare to talk at any point in June mansion. If you still don't want to, I won't force you. Do your thing. Eric, hey, why are you behaving like this? And most importantly, have you forgotten that you are Mistress Jones' bodyguard? He asked him, and David rolled his eyes and said, David, oh, come on, Eric. They don't even talk to each other, and Mr. Jones keep punishing the girl who want Mr. Jones and nothing much important. Eric confused. Eric, what you say she David cut him off. David, I have beating a girl in the morning as the order of Mr. June. Eric eyes widened. David, and you can't imagine how beautiful she was, but the poor girl was kidnapped at the airport by Mistress June. Eric puts his hand on his mouth. He gets shocked as hell, thinks that maybe she was the girl that Mr. June looking for now. He opened his phone lock and showed him a picture of you, and David confused. David, do you know her? How did you get her picture? Eric now understood everything, and he suddenly got up from his chair and ran out. And now David also realized that he fucked everything up. Why, don't you dare to do anything. Help. You screamed in fear. Yura says she will give you an injection that will kill you easily. That's mean it will not be a normal injection. Yura, you know, sweetheart, this is my favorite punishment I like to give people, she said while smirking evilly. Ryan, no, you are a totally psycho woman, you said, and Yura got serious. Yura, yes, only for my Jungkook. He became my dark obsession in one meeting, and now he's mine, so I'll never risk him being someone else. She looks like a psychopath. Yura, you did a very big mistake by writing a letter to my husband. Your heart break in this time and a tear roll down on your cheeks. Ryan, I wrote because I thought he was still my best friend, who I loved. I did not know he was married. You crying, Yura's anger over her in this time. Yura, Yanhu, bring the bag here. She yelled at one of her guards. He nodded and ran out. Yura, don't be afraid of it. It will help you die easily, sweetheart. You are praying for someone to save you from this cycle. The guard comes with a small box and stands next to Yura. He opened the box, she smirked and took the empty needle in her hand and then put the syringe in. She was ready to fill the injection, but you heard a loud noises. Several guards are entered the hall firing at Yura's guard, and in awe a big smile appears on your face as you saw your oppa behind the man. And after Taeyong, you saw Jungkook who was hitting the man like crazy. Your heart beats fast and tears start to fall. You see Jungkook after years, but now Jungkook belongs to someone else. You turn your face other side as Jungkook run towards you and your oppa Taeyong busy with another enemy. Jungkook stares at you with a pain smile. He gets very emotional, but he was overcome by his emotions because of his wife's scream. He clenched his fist angrily. Yura, Jungkook, stay away from her. Don't you dare do anything, I'll shoot her. She yelled at him from his back. Jungkook turned to her with angered eyes. Yura stood, gun pointed at you. Now you are facing his back and staring at Yura. Jungkook, Yura, put the gun down. Don't go any further. A sweet smile appears on her face because Jungkook talked sweetly first time with her. Yura, you are talking to me, Jungkook? She looked her back and said, Jungkook, yes, I'm talking to you. She smirks and Taeyong pointed the gun at Yura and looks at you. Taeyong, I never forgave anyone who laid their hands on my family and you made a big mistake. You kidnapped my sister and beat her. I will not spare you whether you are a mafia wife and a mafia queen. Taeyong said in serious. Yura, how sad. Your sister was the one to start. She sent letters to my husband at his old house. She wrote that she loves him, and more shitty things is that Jungkook was her best friend. She scoffed. Huh, like this. Jungkook and Taeyong turned their faces towards you. You look at your oppa who was already looking at you. Then you see Jungkook staring at you with his big eyes. You hang your head in embarrassment. Jungkook, but you did wrong. And a psycho like you, I did not expect you to be so dangerous here. You all confused at this point of Jungkook and Yura yell. Yura, no, I'm not psycho. I loves you. I can't see you with another girl. That's why, Jungkook, I did this. She tries to change the topic and slowly walks to him. Jungkook, your father told me everything about your mental health on our first wedding day. He said you loves me, and I stupidly agreed because he cried in front of me. He said you will be alright after spending time with me because I were your obsession. No, Yura. Jungkook, I left my loved one just because of you all, Yura. My dad wanted to see me on top number one mafia king, and they fixed our marriage because they were contracted partner. I did because of our parent, Yura. I never loved you. Your mental health is not okay. You need a treatment. Jungkook starts crying and back away from Yura. You and Taeyong are shocked to see him. Then Taeyong says, Taeyong, you never change, Jungkook. Taeyong said and chuckled, and you are trying to get out of your rope. Jungkook, yes, Taeyong, I'm still the same as before, but you have changed a lot, maybe only because I hold the top rank mafia through my parents. But you are here with your ability, passion, power, and strength. Jungkook, you know Taeyong, I'm your big fan from very first and I am nothing in front of you. You are a great mafia and you have to be the top rank mafia in the Korea or not undercover mafia anymore. You have to show yourself to people with your powers. Yura was listening to him like a love melody and snapped out when Taeyong said, Taeyong, Mister, don't get emotional here. Let's get out of there first. The Jungkook nodded and Jungkook turned to you. Jungkook, I am sorry, Ryan. It's hurting you. She hit you very hard. She said while bending down your level. Yura shouted. Yura, Jungkook. She pulled the trigger, but Taeyong shot her in the leg. She fell to the ground. Jungkook, and you will never change, Yura, but get worse day by day. Jungkook turned to you again and placed a hand on your shoulder, making you stand up, and the guards take Yura to the hospital. Taeyong walks up to you and gives you a big hug and asks Jungkook to join his. 2 years later, this is the same house as it was 2 years ago, but now there is freedom from loose fear. Here is everyone works happily, talking freely with each other. Jungkook resigned from mafia job and became a CIO of his father John's company. His father stopped forcing him after realizing what he doing with his own son and respected his son's decision and let him do what he wanted. Yura is no one responsibility anymore. Now she is a total mentally ill and very dangerous to others. No one remembers the scary past, just live in the beautiful present. Taeyong is the biggest mafia in the Korea now. All the mafias are afraid of him. Even Jungkook's father doesn't have the strength to beat him. Your oppa allowed Jungkook to marry you because he knew Jungkook loves you and you loves him too. Here, Jungkook came home early to spend time with you and your baby Jungwa, but didn't find no one in the lawn, so he happily ran to your shared bedroom. Jungkook entered the room and saw you changing the baby's clothes. He walked towards the bed and lays down on the bed after kissing you on the cheeks and his 1 years old baby. Jungkook, where are you going, sweetheart? You looked at Jungkook and with a small smile, you says, YN, I told you last night that we will go to meet Taeyong Oppa. Jungkook nodded and started playing with Jungwa, but suddenly said, Jungkook, my baby, mommy don't know daddy getting hot. You widened your eyes and yelled his name, but he winked at you. The end. Thank you for watching.